There we go. So, Crush It team call for October the 5th, 2017. And we're going to be diving into a bunch of things UK. Before we do that, does anybody have any rank advancements or any kind of recognition that they want to do on this glorious payday? I mean, Thursday. Apparently someone's watching TV. Wow. You know what? And I'm going to call you out as soon as I find you. Oh, too late. Anybody have any recognition? Going once. Just a positive fluffy. Come on, somebody just. Christine, you're always good for a fluffy. Oh, that may have came out wrong. I just got the nudge from Angel. No?
Got nothing for you.
They got nothing for me.
Well, you know what? I guess recognizing that my team is working really hard, and they're all doing really well to connect and to their groups. I'm a part of all their groups, and they're doing so well. They're just engaging so much, and they've got so much activity. It's fun to watch them.
That's one of the funnest things to watch, yeah.
And you know what? 4 of them are on this training with Cody Jefferson as well. So that's really exciting because their mindset is in a place of building their team, and so it's
cool.
Exciting to watch. Yeah.
I hear it's a little intense.
It's pretty intense, but I like it.
Yeah. No, a friend who kind of did it with him, helped him kind of target it, was telling me, he's like, yeah, it's a little intense, but like a good intense. And
yeah,
it's tangible stuff. Nothing against Josh Coates, but for me, like, as I always say, I'm in. Like, I'm all in from day one. I don't need somebody to tell me, hey, you need to go all in. I want someone to tell me, do this, not this, right?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, I need direction. Now, you can tell me all the wonderful things, but give me some guidance, some good, because I'm heart inspired. And I was talking to a coach tonight. We had like an hour conversation before here. And one of the things that always drives me are my emotions, my posts, I'm very much, but the business part is really where I need to grow. Yeah, not just the fluffy stuff, which is great. I'm all about that, but that is my strength. So I need to focus on what my weaknesses are. And sometimes it's built like I want to grow better as a team leader.
Right.
So I'm thinking that this is going to really help out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any other recognitions before we start?
Yeah, I'll mention one. Recognize Jamie for selling his first challenge pack. And it was a disco.
Sweet. That's always nice. Congrats on that. That's a huge one. It's fun. That's addictive too. It's like, oh. Anything else? No? Okay, I'm gonna dive into this then. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the UK. Pricing came out today, kind of yesterday, then again today. If you're not on there, I'm not even going to dive into the fun that it was. Let's just say, put your thumb up if anybody is in that group and kind of saw all the, yeah. So again, it's the same thing that happened when it launched in Canada, kind of, as far as people, oh geez. And again, I've always said, and we kind of had a bit of a pre-talk before some of you came on, about the UK. Don't feel like you're behind. Like, don't ever feel like you're behind. I honestly think if you go 2 years from now, the top 20 coaches in the UK, I bet 15 of them have never even heard of Beachbody yet, right? 2 years from now. Sorry, one sec. There we go. Sorry, just had to mute people. Yeah, so again, I think 15 of the top 20 coaches 2 years from now probably have never even heard of Beachbody and are just waiting for somebody to let them know about it. So do not feel like you are behind. You may be a little bit behind now, but, and again, I say this with all due respect to any personal trainers out there, but I think a lot of the people who are starting now, who, and a way larger proportion of them are personal trainers, they're going to fall off because a lot of them they have this kind of a mindset, right? A lot of them already are saying, oh, no, but the people in my little community can't afford this. And I was going on there saying, listen, you can sign up my neighbor in Canada, like go bigger, like get bigger, think bigger. But they have a different kind of a mindset, and not all of them, but those are a lot of the people who are signing up. And a lot of them are very anti-shake or anti-supplement. And again, it's like, yes. And I think my one comment was, in a perfect world, I would eat a protein quinoa Buddha bowl with rainbows in it for lunch every day, but that's not going to happen. So yeah, you've got to be a bit of a realist, right? And if that is what you want your market to be, only people who you can touch and who are going to eat spinach every day, that's fine. Then do it. It's your business. But so don't feel like you're missing out, because I honestly think the best coaches are still out there, right? Look at the top 10 in Beachbody right now. I don't know if any of them are actual, maybe Melissa McAllister, but like your Bonnie Engels, your Melanie Mitro, that Jamie kid, none of them are started off as personal trainers. I do love them, Katrina. But do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not a prereq. And right now that's what's happening. And a lot of them will fall off there because I think a lot of them don't understand what the business is. And hands up if you started off in a challenge group. Just hands up if you started off in someone else's challenge group. Yeah. So that's like probably 80% of us, right? None of them really have had the whole full meal deal experience. So it's really hard for a lot of them to grasp BOD, Shakeology, coaching as one, because they don't get it. They've never experienced it, right? So that being said, best coaches are still out there. That's why we're kind of going to go through this today. And I'm going to do a couple things really quickly for you. And we're going to start with, I hope I'm not getting in trouble from Arnaud. He just sent me a message because I was all over the UK chat today. Mark, you laugh. I actually got a message from SJ saying thank you for supporting everybody. So I am going to actually share my phone with you guys so you can see. And I'm going to start off with Instagram. And please, I don't profess to be an expert with this. Natasha and Mark have done fantastic with Instagram in the UK. So feel free to jump in at any time, guys. Oops, wrong one. But it's just going to be easier for me if I show you through the phone. Okay, so who can I see here? Colette, can you see my iPhone there, my screen? Yeah, thumbs up? Cool. Okay, so with Instagram, and again, I'm going to start with freebies for you guys so that, and then we're going to kind of progress as we go. So with Instagram, there's a couple things you can do, obviously. Hey. Oops, sorry, Deb. Do you want to mute yourself?
Sorry.
No, that's all right. There's a couple things you can do, obviously, with hashtagging for the UK. Please do not hashtag Beachbody UK. Please do not hashtag UK Beachbody. Do not tag Beachbody Live. Those people already know about it, right? And I'm going to dive in a little bit later into kind of what the whole Jesse Regan training is, but you need to find your people, right? You need to find your niche of people. If it's the UK, again, don't focus just on the UK. Don't give up on North America, right? But for the UK, you can always do your hashtags. Let me see if I even can pull them up here. So some of my UK ones, fitness, they're way too broad. I'll tell you right now, but I haven't changed them in forever. UK Fit Fam, Fitness UK. What else have I done? Irish Boy. That's me. That's it for those, right? But definitely do your hashtags. You can do up to 30 hashtags. If you see, most of us, I think, add them as a comment afterwards so they don't show up on the picture, okay? A couple other things you can do is within your Insta stories, right? And this is honestly, I think, where most of the really big SC people are getting success lately. If you haven't watched those, I know Jamie has mentioned them before, but if you go into your Insta stories and, oops, is that all that I have on here? No, so I'm gonna pause this here. So with your Insta stories, again, once you're in a story, if you swipe up, you can look right up here. 101 people have seen that Insta story. Thank you, Sarah Davidson, for your support. But you can look through, and this is where it doesn't become creepy, where you're not cold calling people, right? So you can go through, and these people are watching you. This isn't a cold call, right? So these people are watching you. And you can go to one person, cool, she's in Australia. That'll be awesome for next year, maybe. And you can go and reach out to her, and you can send her a message if you want. Hey, thanks for whatever your hey girl is, or whatever your message is. She already knows who you are because she's been watching your story. It's not creepy, right? Number one mistake I made when I started is I didn't keep track of who I was talking to, right? Probably for months. So please make sure you have a spreadsheet, even if it's just Excel, of people you've talked to, when you talk to them, and any notes, and maybe a follow-up, okay? So that's a really simple way to do it. I think I'm following her. Yeah. So that's very simple with Instagram, especially for people who are following your stories, or you can do that for people who have liked your post or commented on your post. But you can, and I literally will go through, here's somebody, let's see. Oh, they're a coach already. Don't put Beachbody Coach in your profile, okay? That's, again, not everybody, but that screams, I'm going to sell you something to a lot of people, right? So a lot of us now are shying away from that. Things have changed, right? When we first started, I can remember 2.5 years ago, I could throw $100 at a Facebook ad, the ones that Miguel did, and we hit up to SC70, right? Things have changed now. That has become very spammy and salesy. So those don't necessarily work now. It's all about connecting, right? And this is one way to do it. I hope Julie Paradis isn't on this call and I just insulted her. So that's one thing you can do. Another thing that we've kind of talked about is, where is this? Is this. And this is something kind of new. In your Insta stories, you can now do a poll, okay? So as opposed to a sticker where you can do a hashtag or a smiley face or a location or a temperature, you can now do this, right? And it tells you right off the top, this is pure interaction, right? 29 people voted on my Insta story. Those people, 100% you should probably go talk to or add or check them out. And what you want to do is check them out and kind of see if they're your people. So let's see what Hank de Tank is. Oh, he likes Hugh Hefner, not my guy. Maybe he is. He likes golf, right? And literally, this is what I'm thinking out loud, right? Might be a little, oh, yeah, he's into Guinness. Let's see where he's from, right? So then I'll check it out, see where he's from, see if he has any hashtags that he uses to describe himself. I can check on the location that he posted. He's from the US, okay? So that's kind of what I would do with these people. And I might say, hey, Hank, apparently, I don't know if your wife hits snooze as well, but thanks for the vote. Glad we agree on something, something like that. I don't know. But those are ways that you can actually look. Oh, gains. Yeah, interesting. So those are ways you can reach out to people that's not creepy, right? Because they chose to interact with me. I did not seek them out. So that's kind of an interesting thing to do. If you cannot find it, and let me just show you really fast. If I go here and I take a picture, for example, right? If you go to the sticker option up at the top, you should see poll there, okay? Or location, or hashtag, Throwback Thursday, whatever. But that's how you can, you can put a hashtag on all, I kind of do it on all my pictures. Also, if you do a location, you'll see your views jump dramatically on Instagram, right? Like if I get 100 views for an Insta story, if I do location Oakville, it gets thrown into what's called like an Oakville photo album that some people will scroll through or see, and it quadruples the views. So just a couple little Instagram tips. Again, I am not an Instagram guru by any means, but I'll just show you what it looks like. You can change the question to whatever you want. You can even change this to like tomorrow night for date night. I'll probably do something like, are you on team red or team white for wine? Please don't say, do you like push-ups or crunches all the time? Or do you put spinach or peanut butter in your Shakeology, right? This is the Insta stories are the chance for people to get to know you, right? That's not your highlight reel, okay? So just a tip, something new that Kim discovered and showed us on our little diamond call. As far as Instagram, you can also run ads on Instagram through your Facebook. You can actually run a Facebook ad and go, I want to put it on Instagram as well. I've never had much luck with that. I don't know if anybody else has. But again, ask lots of questions. So before I ditch Instagram, does anybody have any IG questions or comments to add to that?
Mike, how did you find the location of where they posted?
It depends on the picture.
To know.
Not everybody has geotagging turned on. It's called geotagging, or you put a location on. I try and have it on all the time just so people can search me out that way. But yeah, I think it's geotagging, and not every picture will have it. You'll have to search through. But that's kind of, I'll go through, and if it looks like them at a restaurant or something, I'll click on that picture to see where they're from, because some people don't put it in their bio, right? Any other questions for IG? Anything anyone else is doing that's working? No? Okay.
Oh, Mike?
Yes?
I was just going to say one thing, and I kind of forgot to keep doing that, but just as you're adding people on Facebook, then you can kind of to keep connecting and in your friends on Instagram, like, and then you're like, oh yeah, there's all these people that I could be connected with here too. And yeah, I just try whenever I friend someone, I don't know if other people do this, but I always go to, like, if they have it, mutual friends, and just add. So just an idea on Instagram too. I don't always get there, but it's helpful.
Yeah. And I now, in retrospect, probably would have been a little more selective in my friends now that I'm at, 4,400. I only have 600 left. I'm going to have to go back and start deleting people. I'd probably be a little more selective, and even on the likes on your page is like, At one point, it was just like, get to 1,000, get to 5,000, get to 10. It didn't matter who they were. Yeah, makes a big difference, because I think I have 27,000 likes on my business page. If only 2 people are interacting, Facebook sees that as a horrific algorithm based on how many people like my page, the engagement, so they show it to even less people. So be selective and try and make sure they're your people, right? You can search hashtag tacos or heaven and add those people, right?
I try to for profile. You can kind of tell in profile pictures, right? Like with
I'm
young kids, like you're that kind of
and that's a great way to expand your UK group, right? So next, I'm going to skip to Facebook really quickly. So for Facebook, again, free groups are the number one way I would do it, right? To get your UK friends up. Again, I would be far more selective now. And I used to get excited with my Instant Pot videos because I'd get 30,000 views. They're not buying anything. They all want me to teach them how to do fried chicken and mashed potatoes at the same time, right? It's not I love it, but they're not my people, I've realized, right? To be honest with you. There are healthy Instant Pot groups, and I should probably target those ones as opposed to the really big one. But I don't know, maybe it was an ego thing that I got excited. All these people were watching my stuff, but it doesn't translate to sales. So the moral of the story, find your people even in the UK, right? So run free groups. You can target them just to the UK. Definitely. And I am going to show you really fast. Let's go here. Where are we here? Make sure. Better do it in Chrome. Sorry, one sec. Okay, so I assume you can see this. Sarah, can you see that? You can see my screen? Okay, so again, there's 2 different ways you can run ads or boost posts to get people, depending on what you want to talk about. I'm just going to go to the business page here. You can do a basic boost, and you could have 1 like on your business page, okay? If you don't have a business page yet, I highly recommend it. It's not complicated. It's really easy. You can, in the meantime, you can just copy and paste stuff over, but I'll show you really fast how I do this. Doesn't always mean it's the right way. Let's assume that this was a post for a free clean eating group, okay? Zoodles and meatballs, who doesn't love them? I would have done some text in there, free group. But what you can do is take this post, and this is how simple it is, and you can go straight to boost, and you have a whole whack of options, okay? If you're brand new, you're not going to do people who like your page and their friends, because it's not going to go to that many people. Only do that one if you have 1,000 or more likes. Otherwise, you can go straight to targeting, okay? They don't even know what it is. So I can go in here. I'm going to show you a couple tricks. Don't do men. We're not worth the time. And you can go United Kingdom. If you wanted to, for some reason, you could even type in London, England, and you could designate how far outside of London you want to go, okay? You could go, no, I don't want to do that far. Where is it? Right here. You can do the drop-down menu, and you can go, I want to go within 10 miles of London, and I want to target all those people, okay? If you wanted to. I'm just showing you an example. So if you're just wanting to target the UK, you can put in United Kingdom. Sorry for those of you who've done this before. And then you can start putting interests in, right? And this is where it's going to be totally up to you how you want to do this. You can do people who are into, gosh, what's the really fancy Harrods, right? As far as I think that's the fancy high-end department store there, maybe. You can do people who are into literally anything you want, but I would make them your people. If you do weight loss, sure, that might be too big, but you literally can do whatever you want. I'm just going to put a bunch in there to show you. And they're even telling you, okay, your population it's great. I would try and hit a target audience of around 500,000. That's a good amount. Down here, it's telling me it's 276. Oh, I did extreme weight loss. That's why. I'm just going to put anything random. I don't even know if Lululemon is available there. Yeah, we're at 852, but I think I may have done Canada as well up here. Yeah, I did. So let's say I just want to do the UK. Okay, I'm at 400,000. That's good. And then I want to save it. You can also do a couple things. Okay, you can narrow your audience, which is, and I'm going to explain this as a Venn diagram for those of you who understand. You can do people who like those things, but they also have to like fitness. Okay, physical fitness. I'm just going to use that as an example. Okay, so normally most targets are they either like weight loss, they either like Harrods or Lululemon. It can be one of the other, right? What I've done now is they have to like Harrods and they also have to be into physical fitness. Okay, you can get pretty creative with some of those. I did some pretty broad ones, but that's what you can do. Then, to make it even more defined, I'm going to exclude anybody who already likes Beachbody in the UK. Okay, and I'm going to exclude all those Beachbody Live instructors over there because I know they already know about it, and they're not. I don't want them in my free group. Okay.
Can I ask you a question
Yes.
on this section? When you say like, is it because they've actually in their profile liked these things, or is Facebook watching an algorithm that they watch videos that happen to have fitness in it, or they like cat videos, or how does Facebook determine that?
Sure
There's not really a section to say I like physical.
Yeah, right? I honestly don't know the answer to that.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, you know what? I'll ask Miguel. He would know.
Mike, Carla, it's actually things that they have liked.
Really?
Like posts that they have liked, not that they have actually.
Either a like page, or they have it in their, like say for example, a Beachbody Live instructor. They've selected that as like their career.
Interesting, because I don't ever recall ever liking things myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So that's a way you can do it without having a single like on your page. Okay. You can specifically target people that way. All right. The other thing you can do is if you have a certain amount of likes, you can target the people who've liked your page and their friends, and you can still limit it and pick those people who have certain interests. So you can be pretty particular with Facebook ads. The other thing you can, and there's a couple other things I do, and I'll show you really fast. So what you can do after that's been done, and this is, sorry if I've lost people with the technical stuff, but it is important. Sorry, I'm just going to pull up the phone again. If you have run an ad, let's say, and I don't know if Mark does this as well. I think he has done this. I go back into this app called Facebook Ads. Okay. And then I tweak it. So let me grab one. Let's see. Oh, these are old. Wow. These are those old style ones, right? So what you can do, these are the ones we used to run 2 years ago. So you can go in now and pick an ad, such as this one that's currently running, and you can fine tune it to make it cost less. So you can go into edit near the top there, and you can go into audience, and based on how it's done, so sorry, I'm going to go back to show you. Based on how it's done, I look at the age range, for example, and go, wow, the 45 to 54 crowd's costing me way too much money. Do you see that? Carla, can you see that just because I can see your face? So then I'll go back and I'll edit the ad, my audience. Oh, which one was it? This one? Sorry. And I'll take out that age group, right? By sliding it over to whatever the cheapest group was. Does that make sense? Okay, you're gonna have to play around with it a bit. And then you can also go back in and you can look at, there actually can be very particular, especially with the UK. So you can go down here into location. I don't have the UK, but let's pretend the United States is the UK. And if you go see, there's the UK ones, you can actually look at it and go, let's see, Wales was really cheap. I'm going to keep running that one, but Scotland was a little expensive and so was England. So I'm going to turn those off. Okay. So then you can go actually into your countries, delete UK and just type in Scotland or whichever ones you want to run. Let's say Wales for some reason. Okay. It's a little higher level and it's a step above, and I probably lost some people, but for those people who are following, who are going to spend money on ads, and again, you can put $10 to an ad, right? You literally can. It doesn't have to be $100, like for a free group, but that's a way to really fine tune and tweak it. Okay. Sorry if I lost you. I'm not going to show you dark posts. If you want to know about dark posts, I recommend you Google it. A dark post is basically an ad that you run using something called Power Editor that nobody sees on your personal page, right? Or your business page. Normally what you do is you go to your business page, you make a post, you do what I did there, you hit boost, send it away. But if I wanted to attract coaches only from an income perspective, I don't want that on my page because it looks gross, right? It's a little tacky. But if I was targeting, again, Katrina, let's say she's a personal trainer in Scotland, and I want to target all the personal trainers there and say, how would you like to, expand your business from Scotland to the entire world? I might do that as a dark post. So just look that one up if you're interested, if you like that kind of stuff, because I don't know, I find it fascinating. Here's the other thing you can do. A lot of people, and it's in the training, run like ads. Okay, so you can actually buy your likes. We were kind of talking about that earlier for your business page. Please make sure that if you do that, you are targeting your specific people in the UK. I think Jamie and I probably were running like ads for the past 1.5 years. Okay, almost 2 years. Not just to the UK, but of the 27,000 that I have, I think 15,000 of those people are all UK people. Okay, I bought them with a targeted audience. So you can do that, but please make sure they're your people, not just people who are into weight loss, right? Or something. The other thing that I would highly recommend you do if you are going to run a like ad to the UK or anywhere is, and I apologize again for if I'm going past where you are, but it's very simple. Facebook will literally walk you through it. Do a video ad, not a static ad. And the Jesse Regan training that we talked about, he did our call. Basically what he does is he tells you, make 10 videos of you showing 3 workout moves. Okay? Right? That's fine. Do 5 video moves, Christine, and 5 static pictures. Okay? 5 different ones of each with the same ad copy. And with like ads, you only get about 1 sentence. Hey, if you're into, I'm just making this up, more energy and care about your health, like this page. Run all 10 of those ads with the same text at $1 and see which one gets the lowest click rate. Okay? And it's in the Power Editor. If you're really into that, I will do a special video. I think I have a special video on it already. But that's what you pay the Jesse Regan training for. That's a big part of it. And then you see which one is your cheapest ad and you delete all the other ones, right? Then you take that one ad that was, whether it was a static picture or a video that maybe cost 8 cents a like, you then take that ad, copy it 10 times, that same picture, then you put 10 different texts beside it. Do you want to get healthy? Are you into clean eating? Whatever it is, then you run those for $1 a day. It's called optimizing or split testing. Then if you are going to do that, you'll get like the cheapest possible rate as opposed to doing one ad and crossing your fingers and hope that it works. It takes a little bit of time, but that is the gist of the Jesse Regan. Then you have what's called a winning ad, right? And for the longest time, Jamie and I were paying, we were excited. It's like, yeah, 24 cents a like. We were high-fiving each other. People in the Jesse Regan training are getting down to 4 cents a like by doing it that way. Okay? It's significantly cheaper and you have a more narrowed audience. He teaches you how to. So then you have your winning ad. Then you target your people, right? You target people who are single moms who have twins, right? You're not targeting weight loss. Okay? You're being as specific as humanly possible because those are your people that you're going to talk to. Go ahead, Carla.
So I'm doing the Jesse training. I'm just in the middle of module 2, so I'm sure I'll get this answered later on. But I know he talks a lot about just don't be fit, like on your like page. Don't be just fitness. Don't just be eating. Be everything.
Be you.
Have you ever tried to do an ad that didn't have like a fitness or food related? Or when you do your ads, do you keep it related to that, or do you show some other aspect?
No, we did a team call with my team and we had a guest speaker who showed us other ways to do it that had absolutely nothing to do with fitness, right? And those work very well at getting your people, right?
Okay.
Yeah, if you're honestly into guacamole, like do one with guacamole and target people who like guacamole who are single moms, anything. That's totally fine.
Thank you.
Good question. So yeah, or coaches, right? As Christine said, if you want to just target coaches, that's totally awesome. But again, you have to start. I would honestly start with free groups, right? Put them in your free group, start friending them, start going out. The other thing that happens is Facebook notices if you are liking and commenting on other people's stuff. So make sure you do that as well with those people. Go on there and like, 5 different people's stuff a day, comment on 3, and send a message to one of them. That's the easiest way to grow your network, right? As opposed to just adding friends works, but actually connecting with people, writing down, yes, these are the 3 people and it's not icky that way either, right? You're not cold calling, you're just liking, and then your stuff starts showing up on their page. Then they like yours and it's like, hey, thanks for liking mine, right? It's like a symbiotic relationship for you scientists. Anything else? Any other questions while we're on that? I know ads is kind of overwhelming, but if you're not into running ads, it honestly is like, it's that easy if you wanted it to be, right? You can just go to a business page and hit boost and just go all of UK if you wanted. But I like testing them, running the same ad, boosting it 3 times for $1, seeing which one works really well, deleting the other 2, and then kind of going with that one by upping the ante a little bit. I guarantee you for the past, since it was launched, Miguel has probably boosted at least 1 post a day to the UK. And I would guess it'd be for 10, 20 bucks. Okay. Just because he's got his people, and it, to me as a business person, everybody has to reinvest in their business. They do. If you're not putting, unless this is your job and you need it, and if you're not putting like 80% of what you're making back into this, that's short-sighted thinking on my part. All right. That's just a business tip from somebody who's owned a business. You put a lot back in, whether it's into advertising, whether it's into free product that you're giving away. That's just a business tip, right? If you're not reinvesting and you're just spending it all, or that, yeah, you're not going to grow as fast. It's kind of it for, those are the basics as far as attracting. Most of you know how to do a free group. It's just start targeting with the UK. Over the next 6 months, definitely start reaching out more and more. If I was running a free group, I would put it on my personal page, but start a business page. Like, start it tomorrow if you haven't done one. It doesn't cost you anything, right, to start it. And you can start targeting now with $5, right? But make sure the page looks legit. I'm going to show you one other thing, just because I promised somebody I would. Carly, you can see this? Okay, so, oh, you can't see the whiteboard? Oh, cool. Okay, so this is Jamie right here, okay? I'm just going to show you really fast for new people, as far as if you get a coach or something, where are you going to put them, okay? That's Jamie there. I happen to be right here, okay, under Jamie. There are a whack of people all the way down here, okay? Every time Jamie puts someone down on his right-hand side, they go below me down here, okay? That is my strong side, okay? Sorry, Natasha and Mark, I know you guys are like, we knew that. That is my strong side, okay? I have so much volume sitting there. I have about $50,000 worth of volume because May is on that side, Rachel is on that side, all sorts of people who have had massive high SC are over there. I need to work on my weak side. So for those of you who aren't sure, let me see if I can switch colors. This over here is my weak side, okay? For the new people, I know there's a lot of new people on here. So Jamie's not putting anybody on my weak side. May is not putting anybody on my weak side. The only people who put it on your weak side, hence the name weak side, is me. There's 2 ways we make money in this business. There's commission sales from challenge packs, and then there's what's called cycle bonuses. The only way you can cycle is if you have volume on your weak side and volume on your right side, okay? And I'm not gonna get into the math, but let me just make it as hypothetically easy as possible. For every 2 challenge packs that flow through my right side, and every 1 challenge pack that comes through my weak side, I get $18. That's not the exact math, but that's kind of in a gist, sort of how it works, but the numbers aren't correct, if that makes sense. So that's the easiest way I can explain it. For every challenge pack and it's that, don't quote me on the math because that's not the exact number, but that's the easiest way to explain it. For every challenge pack on my right-hand side, for every 2 challenge packs on my right-hand side, and every one on my left, I get $18. Okay? So what happens is I probably have about, I don't know, 10,000 challenge packs on my strong side, but I don't have enough on my weak side that I've grown through my other coaches to cancel those out. They're still sitting there. They sit there forever until they hit 1 million, and then you unfortunately go back to 0. Yes, yeah. They roll over to 0. And I think I'm at like 700 and some thousand. So I'm terrified that I'm going to lose them all. But don't worry. It takes 3 years and a heck of a lot of amazing coaches for that to happen. So what
Mike,
my
can I ask
goal
a
is,
question?
yep.
Do you physically go and switch your little red man every time to move that to the weak side, or does that automatically switch?
It switches around. I wait until I sign them up, and then I go look where they ended up, and I fill out the form to move them. I don't trust that it's going to work properly because sometimes I've turned the little man red, and they end up on the other side anyway for some reason. So I just sign them up, wait till it's gone through. I look on my tree and go, oh, it's in the wrong spot. I fill out the form within 5 business days and say, please move this person to my far outside left. Okay?
And you do that for every new discount coach or every few?
Every single one. Because I want them in specific spots. And remember, people, you always want to put them on the far outsides, right? So over here on my left side, I'm lucky to have Sarah, Melinda. So they're the goal for the UK. If you have a business builder, they should technically go on your weak side, okay? Business builders should go on your weak side because they're going to create that volume for you that lets you cycle bonus to balance all these people Jamie's putting down here, okay? Does that make sense? Can I have somebody new kind of say, oh, I sort of understand that? Or Mike, I have no idea what you're talking about. Come on. As Cody would say, man up and speak up.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a simplistic version of it, but this is me here, right? The second one down. I have so many people down here. The only way to cycle bonus is for me to build up my weak side, okay? Eventually, and again, this is now that you get that, Debbie, thank you. Eventually, the goal is to become a diamond, a 1-star diamond, maybe a 2-star diamond, which means you have to get to be 2-star, you still have to have a rock star on your left and your right. So you don't want to put everybody on your weak side, right? Eventually, you want to start balancing them out a little bit because to get to 2-star, if I have all my rock star business builders here, I need one of my own personally sponsored coaches on the right to hit 2-star. But again, that's down the road. At the beginning, because I know a lot of people like, who was it today? I was talking to someone on our team. Is like, yeah, I got my first business builder. Where do I put them? Weak side, right? Always on your weak side, the first one, because your strong side has volume from everybody, should have volume from people above you being placed there, depending on where you are. Not everybody has that massive amount. So I'm just going to look at questions.
Mike,
I'm
can I
going to
ask a
stop
question?
sharing. Any questions before I delete that screen?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
When you are thinking about adding a spouse when you're brand new,
Yeah.
can you talk about where your spouse should go?
It depends, but most 90% of people would say weak side, your weak leg. Because again, you always want to think like you're in this for the long haul, right? So the first thing I did, can you see me with my monitor, my mouse moving? Okay. The first thing I did on day 1 was I signed up Angel here. Okay. That's Angel's spot here. That's actually my dad. I put him on my right side. That's how I got to Emerald quickly. Mainly because you put you want this spot where Angel is, I'm in control of that. That actually goes into the same bank account as mine. Okay, they're connected to the same bank account. And then down the road, because I'm going to put most, you're going to build this up, then we get to double dip on Angel because that volume's going through her and it's going through me. Okay, so if you sign, that's why you want to sign the spouse up right away, because now all those coaches every coach you've signed up, Melinda, is below Angel. Every coach that Sarah's signed up is below Angel. If I waited until I was sort of serious and doing well, Angel would have gone way below them, and every challenge pack you and Sarah would have sold, Angel wouldn't have got a cut of it. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Because as it's my weak side, that's kind of where I focus. If I would have put her over on my strong side right here, it wouldn't have been as valuable for me. Most people put their spouse on their weak side.
You'd say, so I was talking to Megan today. So she has Tim as on her weak side, her husband.
Yeah.
And then she's also she was hesitant to put her first business builder also on her weak side because she's trying to hit diamond. So she wants to have 2 emeralds so she can control Tim's account and get it to emerald with discount coaches. So
she shouldn't put her business builder under him.
She shouldn't put her business builder under him. No, but she was putting her business builder.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, she's doing it as her PS coach, but also on her weak side, right?
Right.
She has Tim on her weak side, and now she's hesitant to put her first business builder also on her weak side because she's seeing diamond.
Yeah.
You have to have an emerald on either side. So
right.
Now her 2 potential emeralds are on the same side.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Right? So
yeah, you know what? If she's going to be good, right, which we know she is, it will come. And to me, I think sometimes, and you can delete this later, but sometimes we do focus more on rank than income, right? And down the road, I think she'll be more financially stable if she puts the business builder on that side. However, yeah, there's no right or wrong because she's going to be controlling Tim's account anyway, and she can run all her challenge packs through him eventually anyway. So I don't think there's a wrong answer there because Tim is already on her weak side. Like Jamie apparently did it wrong. He switched things up and put Kim on his strong side or something, but he doesn't really have a stronger weak because Miguel doesn't put anybody in under Jamie. He's had to build it all himself because he's in Miguel's 3rd business center that Miguel doesn't touch. So, but again, that goes to show you can't use the excuse of, well, I'm on a dead leg. Jamie's on a dead leg and he figured it out, right? Sorry, I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah, sorry if that was too much, but I know a lot of people always have that question, and I think it's super important. And I hope that was easy to explain, strong, weak, and where you want to put your first UK coach, or yeah, maybe.
Mike, I just want to make a quick point too that not everyone has the same strong and weak side. So not everyone's strong leg is on the right. Everyone's weak leg is on the left.
Right. So do you see where Jamie put me over there on that right-hand side, right? Anybody he puts over there, our right is always going to be our strong, and our left is, May is over there as well. And I guarantee you May's right leg is her strong leg. Rachel's right leg is her strong leg. Anybody Jamie put on the left over there like this, that is going to be their strong. Theirs will happen to be the left will be their strong leg because anytime Jamie puts someone on his left, they're going at the bottom of the left side. So all those people, the inside part is going to be their weak leg and the outside part is always their strong leg. Does that make sense, Erica? Yeah? See you guys kind of nodding. I like it when people nod because it means they get it.
No, that's great. We were just discussing where to place Jamie's discount coach because we're hoping eventually he'll be a builder. So I was trying to explain to Jamie that although my left leg is my weak, his right leg is his weak because I put him on my left.
So put that first person on your right, which would be your weak leg.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that's confusing for some of you, but you guys got it. Because I can visually see where you guys are. Yeah.
It's like, you kind of just mirror it the other way, the way you drew it, and it would be the same thing. We got it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Christine. There's no mistakes. You can't mess up where you put people, so don't worry about it, right? And if you want to learn more, there's 10,000 videos on YouTube from Bonnie Engel, Melanie Mitro on placement of spouses even. That's it. That's all I got. I'm going to stop the recording. Thanks, guys. And then if you have questions, we can